Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, man. We're going to talk about a few things this Thanksgiving. We're going to have some discussions. It's good to see you guys. Hey, man, we're here for another day, another year. As we're almost to the end of the year, man. You might make it still. So we're going to be talking about a few things. What role should your wife play in the motorcycle club life? What are the roles of the founder? And when is it time to quit the motorcycle club? Some stuff we're going to talk about this morning, based on a bunch of letters and emails and text messages I've had over the last few weeks. Just some time for those of y'all that are up doing not a whole lot this morning. You want to come hang out with Black Dragon and the fellas. We'll be back in a minute and 7 seconds, man. Thank you guys for being with us since 2016. Thanksgiving with Black Dragon and Logic and Lavish. Back in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. Here's Black Dragon. Thunder the media. Black Sabbath, not the band. I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath MC. We're paid his dues and he earned his stripes from prospect all the way up to national P. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one lucky like Black Biker with the cowboy hat, the nose confluence that gets Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. Click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
I remember this one kid I met on the channel a few years ago, and all he was
All righty then. It's your boy Black Dragon, and the crew is here. Allow me to introduce the Honorable Commissioner Lavish T. Williams.
What up? What up? What's happening?
We are the only Biker News and MC Protocol channel in the entire world that have our very own Dr. Legend.
Nobody's gonna push me around.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Black Dragon Lavish. Good to be here. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, man. Beautiful morning, man. Beautiful
Hey,
morning.
hey, what's going on, y'all? How are y'all doing?
Man, I'm doing good. It's Thanksgiving. Black Dragon got us out here podcasting while
What'd you
everybody's
say?
in the kitchen cooking, preparing food, and getting ready for the football game. And
I told him that. I said, hey, Black Dragon, you know, my wife might come in here and snatch me up out of here. So just be prepared for that, you know.
Happy Eater Buzzard Day, says Shadow. J5.
Shadow, what up?
Eat
What up?
buzzard.
Hey, Wayne.
Eat a buzzard
Richard.
day.
Much respect to you, Black Dragon. Hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. Thank you, Richard. I am. What's up, Carnell 619? You changed your name. What's happened? Carnell 6193. Did you lose your channel or something? What's up, Carnells? Oh man.
Hey, Black Dragon. Just real quick. Show my screen. This is just for Lavish. We ain't gonna talk about. We already talked about it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, yep. I seen that. I seen people online selling, selling that.
$7,000.
No, because he's making it, so it's gonna.
You got to make that, man. You got to buy the wood. You got to do it. They got to cut it. You got to pick out your own wood, and either that one or there's this one.
And that's not going to be something that's going to be light to just move around.
Yeah, you put that in a place and you leave it.
Oh wow, that is really beautiful.
It's going to be called Indomitable Foundation.
That your desk is going to be called Indomitable.
He's making a desk similar to the one on Sons and Anarchy.
You know what? I ain't lying. I got that idea, bro, with the brand in the middle. But yeah, this is called Indomitable Foundation, and Indomitable, unable to be conquered or subdued. That's the brand.
It got its ass cut down and put in your house. It was obviously conquered and subdued. Hey, what's up, Sven out there?
Hey, speaking of Sons and Anarchy in that table, I remember Black Dragon will tell you this. I was in a club meeting and they asked me, what should I do? They're like, so Lavish, what do you think we should do? It's about something that happened with a club member. And they're like, well, so what do you think we should do? And I said, we should send him to Mayhem.
Let him meet Mr. Mayhem.
Yeah, Mr. Mayhem, man.
What's up, Mike Ball? Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Lissa and Sven and Kay Wayne and all the folks that come on every morning and spend time with us. I see you, UK Kid. Happy Thanksgiving. Shadow, you as well, and everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
So do y'all like turkey?
Yes.
Then you're full, according to your VP, you're full of SHRT.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead. Let's move on. I like your camera, Lavish. I need to get I need to put my night.
Where did that come from? What was that?
Yeah. I'm messing around with it. I'm playing around in this room. I gotta put a blind up right here because I see it's hard light right there. But then I turn the other light on, then it's really bright. But yeah, I won't be messing around with this room. I'm sure as the days go by, we're gonna start seeing different things change in this background, man, as I put this room together to as it.
Nice.
I need to flip my screen. My screen is wrong.
Okay. Our lead in story, a Hells Angels member gets life sentence for a 2021 murder in Phoenix. A member of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has been sentenced to spend the rest of his natural life, oh my God, in prison in connection with a 2021 gang-motivated killing, authorities say. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office said that 53-year-old Keith McCullough was convicted of first-degree murder and first-degree burglary. McCullough joined armed gang members in breaking into an apartment near 23rd Avenue and West Rose Garden Lane in Phoenix following a confrontation earlier that evening, according to prosecutors. Masked and armed, McCullough and his associates violently confronted the occupants, during which the victims, Richard Ricky Cross, the victim, was fatally shot through the heart. I guess this is a picture of that, of something, some of the folks involved. And in any event, yeah, you can see the tattoos. Oh, the death head actually on his back, Hells Angels MC. This is the first time I've ever actually seen that. There's the hammers. Oh, wow. So this is the guy. And DNA and physical evidence linked McCullough directly to the scene, prosecutor said. Additionally, witnesses' testimony confirmed the attack was carried out in retaliation on behalf of the Hells Angels. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell said the motorcycle club pressured and intimidated witnesses throughout the investigation and the trial. The Hells Angels want to rule through fear, Mitchell said in a Tuesday announcement in Maricopa County. We do not bow to intimidation or outlaw motorcycle gangs. 2 co-defendants have already pleaded guilty. Jimmy Lee Elslinger is serving a 16-year prison sentence, while Carl Blazak is serving a 10.5-year sentence for their involvement in that murder, prosecutor said. This sentence sends a clear message. So one guy got 16 for pleading guilty, the other got 10.5, and he got life. The sentence sends a clear message that organized criminal violence will be met with organized justice, Mitchell said. I am proud of the prosecutors, detectives, and especially the witnesses who stood against a culture of fear and helped bring the truth to the light. So yet another guy takes off and goes to prison. And how many guys has that been this year that we've seen? 40 or 50 guys this year that have gone to prison, and the stories that we've covered. UK Kid says, Phoenix, Arizona, I don't miss it. 81 runs, Arizona. Prayers to the National Guard members in D.C. Oh, my goodness. Did they? Those guys didn't pass away, did they?
There was 2 reports, and one of the guys I follow, he was upset that, that the people that was on TV got the reports wrong. One report said they were in critical condition, and another report came back said they both passed away. And then another report came back saying, "Oh, we were wrong. They didn't pass away." So the last report that I heard that one guy was in critical condition, but they both were still in the hospital. I know they were giving chest compressions. I actually saw that video to one guy.
So it looks like this says details emerge on suspect in the D.C. National Guard shooting as federal investigation spans. Does it say what are their? I thought I saw somewhere. It's okay. Live update. Suspects identified as 2 National Guard members remain in critical condition after a targeted shooting. So that was 40 minutes ago. Absolutely, prayers
Definitely
out to those guys. Here's what we know. They say 2 West Virginia National Guard members deployed to Washington, D.C. remain in critical condition after being shot while on patrol just blocks from the White House on Wednesday afternoon. Have you ever been blocks from the White House?
Let me tell you something. When people make it sound like one of the people like they were steps away from the White House. No, they were not. They were blocks away. When they showed where they were at, now aerial shot, you can see where the White House is. You can see where they were at, but it's not like they was around the corner. When they locked the White House down, and then after they see that there was no immediate danger, or they said it was no connection to the actual White House, they took the White House off a lockdown.
No, but have you ever been in the neighborhood?
I have.
Around the White House.
When you leave the Capitol area, you in the hood.
You are in the straight up MFing HOOD.
You cross the street. You never been there, Lavish?
No, I've never been to DC.
You leave the Capitol area. If you get a map or a tour, I don't know. It's been a while. They'll give you a map, a tourist area. They say this is the Capitol area. When you cross that line,
1 foot out, 1 foot over it,
bruh, it's night and day, bruh. It's not.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they say they were blocks from the White House, they was deep in the hood, my bro.
Yeah.
That's what I remember when I was there.
Yeah.
And like 1987, I think was the last time I was there. But it was I was blown away because we were young sailors and we were messing around. I was blown away at how quickly it changed.
There is no easy merge.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, where are we? That's why that's why I wanted to say, like, have you ever been over there? Like, if it's still what it was back then, it is, you step out there and you're just like, anyway, 2 West Virginia National Guard members deployed to Washington, D.C. They were shot just blocks from the White House, so they were in the hood. 2 families are shattered and destroyed and torn apart as a result of the actions of one man, says Janine Pirro. I think that's how you say her name. The U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. They've undergone surgery, and we pray for their well-being. At the press conference Thursday morning, Pirro identified the National Guard soldiers as Sarah. One of them was a woman?
Oh, I didn't know.
Sarah Ekstrom? Age 20? Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that. One was a woman. Oh, my Lord. And Andrew Wolf, 24. The alleged gunman drove across the country from his home in Washington State, Pirro said.
Dog.
Huh?
That's a god dog. He drove from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
Oh, my goodness. That is across the country. I did. Thanks for pointing that out. He drove from Washington State over there near Oregon. all the way to Washington, D.C. Bureau said the suspect identified as Afghan national, and nobody can say his name, so Ramanullah Lakamal used a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver. Well, I'm glad it wasn't an AR-15 in an attack, a targeted attack, to shoot the 2 guard members. .357, that's a big caliber to hit somebody with. Both remain hospitalized in critical condition. This was not just an attack. This was just not an attack. It was a direct challenge to the law and order in our capital, Pirro said. She said the alleged gunman will be charged with terrorism, and she will seek life in prison or the death penalty if either soldier dies. The suspect is also in the hospital. The FBI Director Kash Patel said during the press conference that officials are conducting a coast-to-coast investigation with search warrants being executed at the suspect's home in Bellingham, Washington, and also in San Diego. He indicated inquiries are also being carried out overseas. CIA Director John Ratcliffe said in an emailed statement Thursday that the shooter involved in the attack, who came to the U.S. from Afghanistan in 2021, was admitted in the U.S. due to his prior work with the U.S. government, including the CIA. That's who we were supposed to be bringing over, and we left a lot of them folks over, but they were supposed to be folks that had worked with us, had put their lives on the line, and would be killed if we left them there. The attack comes as President Trump has deployed the National Guard to several cities around the country, including the nation's capital, in recent months, a pattern that has been controversial and challenged in the courts. Officials say it was a targeted attack. The shooting occurred around 2:15 p.m. on Wednesday, according to Jeffrey Carroll, the executive assistant of chief of the Metropolitan Police Department. Speaking at a press conference Wednesday, Carroll said the gunman came around the corner and just opened fire on the guard members while they were on patrol. Nearby guard members then subdued the gunman, who was shot and taken into custody. Police said it wasn't immediately clear who shot the gunman, and they still aren't saying. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser called it a targeted attack. Early on Wednesday, Trump wrote on Truth Social, "The animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen is also severely wounded, but regardless, will pay a very steep price." The president was in Florida at the time of the shooting. In an interview with Fox News Thursday, Bondi said one of the guard members, a young woman, had volunteered to be in Washington for the Thanksgiving holiday. She identified the other guardsman as a male. She said both were fighting for their lives. The suspect shooter came from Afghanistan. In the video address posted to the White House social media, Trump said that the shooter came to the U.S. from Afghanistan in 2021. The Department of Homeland Security later identified the shooter as Lakamal and said he came to the U.S. as part of the Biden administration program called Operation Allies Welcome that allowed thousands of Afghans to enter a country after the Taliban retook power of Afghanistan in 2021, after we just disappointingly, disgustingly turned and left all our shit over there and all our people got shot on the way out. It was just despicable. These people came on 2-year grants of parole, then later had to apply for other ways to stay in the country permanently, like asylum, and go through rigorous screening. In a statement, the CIA's Ratcliffe said, in the wake of this disastrous Biden withdrawal from Afghanistan, which it was, the Biden administration justified bringing the alleged shooter to the United States in September 2021 due to his prior work with the U.S. government, including the CIA, as a member of a partner force in Kandahar, which ended shortly following the chaotic evacuation. So this guy was CIA trained as well. He added, this individual and so many others should have never been allowed to come here, said President Trump. Our citizens and service members deserve far better than to endure the ongoing fallout from the Biden administration's catastrophic failures, the president said. Roughly 200,000 Afghan immigrants came to the United States after the fall of Kabul of the Taliban in August 2021. Some of them have since received green cards and even U.S. citizenship, but have more tenuous legal status. They also said that they were going to be looking at every one of those guys' cases, and a lot of them might have to go back. Anyway.
And let you know, and I want to get to Thanksgiving stuff, but but it's funny, and this goes for both parties, how something will start in one party and then it'll continue in the next party with the next administration, but that whoever that party is, do not say what their role in it was. Now, he came over, and a whole bunch of them came over during Biden and everything. But this man, they didn't put nothing in that article that it was the Trump administration and Trump that gave them asylum.
They came over temporary. They came over temporarily under the Biden administration, but it was under the Trump administration that the asylum part came.
Exactly.
That
but
did
anyway,
happen.
can we move on? I don't want to talk about
and one last thing. Now they're going to put 500 new troops there. They're going to send 500 more troops.
And those 500 new troops, I mean, it's already what, 1,500, 1,800 troops? Yeah, there's that many troops. National Guards in D.C. cleaning up parks and everything. It's a disgrace to our military. And now you're going to send 500 more. And this it's crazy.
That's what they do anyway. I remember the Army guys. I go on the Army base, they'd be mowing lawns for like
no. Can we move on? Because I don't want to talk about politics.
They were mowing lawns. Okay, moving on.
Let's move on.
That's why I said, damn, I'm glad I'm not in the Army. Look at them guys. They're mowing them fields. Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all made my day by being on today. Get to show my family. Oh, man, that's cool, man. Welcome, man. Thanks for showing us to your family. Too bad we couldn't show you a nice, well done Logic studio. He moved upstairs to the.
Well, first of all, that's Lavish, and it's not Logic.
Lavish studio. I'm sorry, Lavish studio.
Look, this could be a New Year's resolution in about another month. You're gonna know who we are.
Name, yes. All right, so that was the news story. Let's talk. Okay, we had some subjects we want to talk about. These subjects I've been getting. Okay, the first one. What role should your wife or significant other play in the motorcycle club? We're diving into one of the most misunderstood topics on the biker set. Oh, the preacher wrote this. Where is the healthy balance between MC life and home life? How does a wife support without being dragged into cub politics? And what does respect, loyalty, and protection look like on both sides? The preacher wrote that. That's real nice. So what role should your wife play in the motorcycle club or significant other? Lavish? Oh, Logic. Whichever.
Lavish is on mute. Lavish, we can't hear you.
I'm not married. I can't answer that. I'm not married.
Well, I'm not an MC. Somebody said I'm dreams. Logic is dreaming. Look, I'm not an MC, but I can tell you this. Coming through, and a lot of people, we talked about this before, even though we're in a motorcycle ministry, we went through the same steps that an MC would. So we sitting before the OMC, and it was 3 guys and 2 ladies. And one of the guys says, is any one of those your wives? And all 3 of the guys said, we are married, but these are not our wives. And they said, good. Because if there was a husband and wife, president and vice president, we would urge you not to have that. That's what they said. And I said, now my wife she doesn't ride. So her role, she's not an officer in our ministry either. She's just my wife. How it works in an MC, I can't tell you, but I know that's what the OMC told us. They said we would highly discourage you, even though it's a co-ed, to have the husband as president and the wife as vice president. Yeah. They didn't go into no details. They just said we will highly, if it was the case, we will highly discourage you from having that. That's all I can say about that.
Lavish, what should the significant other? I'm sure you got a girlfriend, don't you?
Man, here's my thing, man. I don't want my woman in the motorcycle world, period. I mean, that's just it. But, however, if she is and she's in there, she's right there next to me. I move, she move. I stand, she stand.
Just like that.
You know, and I ain't saying that to be, territorial. But actually, I am. I'm territorial of who the person.
What role should she play in
She should play being silent and following my lead. That's what she should play.
Right.
I mean, that's it. That's it. Right to the point.
That depends. Now watch this. Now that depends. Now I've seen, and I'm not going to mention the organization because I don't want to start nothing on here. We can take this off air, but I've seen They weren't married. They were boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance. They're about to get married, where the wife or the woman helped legitimize the MC on the set.
What
She
you
had
mean,
a big
legitimize?
role.
Legitimize.
Yeah,
What do you mean
yeah.
legitimize?
What do you
But I
mean?
mean, legitimize. Okay, this is what she did. She's the one that set it up. She's the one that helped with all the meetings with the local coalition. She's the one that she played a secretary until they got a secretary. She did all
right. So she helped with the club success versus legalize or legitimize. It just sounds more,
Well, the club was new, Lavish, and the woman, the fiance, she did, I would say, most of the legwork work, and her fiance was the president.
I mean, that's a very good member or associate, but I mean, I still stick to this, man. You got different women that play different roles. Me, I definitely don't want my wife, woman, girlfriend in the same club as me. I don't even want her in the club, period. That's my rec time. And you have your own rec time, and then we have our stuff we do together. I don't want to do that. I don't even want that whole club atmosphere. I messed around with someone in the bike world, and it's not a when you catch feelings, it's not a for me. Just men and women feelings. Period on both sides. You out here, you already know what the game is, and you pulling up in your comfort zone, and you like, oh, here go this motherfucker over here. God. I don't like that vibe. I like that vibe of let me get away from this person over here and go out in my comfort zone, which is the bike set.
Well, I can tell you this. I was also told when I know how my wife is. I know my wife. Black Dragon, Tia. Okay. Men know their wives. My wife is territorial. Now, I know when I went out learning, I went out and I met mostly every club out here on the set. I went to the OMCs. People started liking Logic, blah, blah, blah. And I know when women, not saying they want to get with you, but when women see you, that's Lavish. They hug, they clingy, they this, but that's the bike set. And when I was at the same thing with POs came up, what's up, Logic? Oh, this is my brother. I love you, blah, 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 blah. I said, I cannot bring my wife around this. Man,
when you're dealing with a woman or a man that's already in the set, on the set, you already know what the the protocol, the rules, it's like that ain't nothing. A man or a woman, they don't really look at that as a big deal. But when you have someone that's not from the set and you bring them on, man or woman, it's like, man, what's up with all of this stuff?
Yes.
Like I said in another show, I got a homeboy, man. He's with a property of a motorcycle club. And he doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. He thinks it's stupid. He thinks it's dumb. He like, man, this girl, I got to be sitting over here worried about if she this or she that. And, those are the kind of things that, guys, they not really rocking with. And then you got women that's like you out here with all these different women up here, blah, blah, blah. So if you're not from that environment, it's definitely possibly going to be a lot of issues. And then it's said that most times bikers have no other choice but to get with other bikers because they understand each other.
Yeah. So let's add this twist to it.
Okay.
So you guys are talking about the woman being involved in your club, this, that, and the other. But what if the woman is involved in the decisions? For instance, the president really can't seem to make a decision without his woman, and the woman starts to unduly influence the club, even though she's not a part of the club.
We need new leadership at that point.
Sons of Anarchy.
Was that
Sons of Anarchy? Jenna.
Yeah, but Jenna never spoke up like in a club meeting or something. Or for instance, we had a chapter and we had a stripper poles. We had a thing called the Boom Boom Room. It was purple. And it was just beautiful down in Macon. You could go in the clubhouse into the purple Boom Boom Room. Man, you shut the door. It had ambience. lighting, purple lighting. It had the poles, it had the couches, it had everything. And then one day I went down there and it was a recreation room. I was like, what happened to the sacred room? Somebody's wife had complained. And
yeah, that's all that kind of stuff, man. Get her up out of here. I can't speak on other people, man, other clubs, but most of the women that's around, not my wife or anything like that, because I'm not married, but most of the women that's in the club, man, they whatever we on.
That's the women that's in the club.
That's in the club. Now the women that's married,
yeah.
It's kind of like what you signed up for. You know what you signed up for. That's how I feel. That's how I look at it. You know what you signed up for. You know the kind of guy that you possibly date. And when I say the kind of guy that you possibly dating, is like you should be actually knowing who this guy is. I mean, outside the club, in the club, know who you dealing with. Already set your expectations or know your role. Because I tell every woman how it is up front before I even get to know you, so you're not even wasting your time or mine.
Biker News Canada says, read my book to see all the crap a wife can get you into in the 1% world. Night at the Playpen by Bob Jarvie. Oh my goodness. Where's my copy? It's close. It's somewhere within hands reach.
So does that I saw not Hardwire, MacGyver said something about,
Oh, MacGyver was like, hell no, period.
But what if you're in let's go to the OMCs. You go to an OMC and they're one of the brothers in there, their wife is a PO. Wouldn't she know? I know she has a voice in the PO arena.
POs are different. POs, there's an understanding.
Still a wife. Old lady, still a wife. She just has a role now in that organization. She's not speaking at the men's.
Yeah, it's not even the same. It ain't even no comparison. POs are under a completely different thing.
Okay, you should have said. You just said wife. You didn't say.
Man, it's so crazy, man. You got wives that's married to somebody, but they somebody else's property.
I've heard of that. I've never seen that.
But I get it. I get it though.
Lavish gonna start something right now.
No, but I get it though.
They were in another club. They were married to a guy, but PO in another club, and you got to have a sponsor.
Yeah, and it works out. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but here's the thing: what a lot of guys I've seen what they do when they had a property. You know what I'm saying? They try to use that property as leverage to hold against them. If you piss me off, then I got this property. You're my property, and I don't want you to do this X, Y, Z. So you got a lot of women. They don't want to be whoever they dealing with. They don't want to be their property because they don't want to be in the midst of bull crap when they rock on the rocks. So they go up under somebody else. Now on if it was me, oh no, that's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You see what Hardwire say? Read what Hardwire say. Read that.
If you like to play, don't get mad if your old lady does too. Get what you give. If you expect your old lady to be good, you should be good too.
Hey, I'll be sitting back and I'll be watching a whole bunch of cheating ass couples out here. They both be on their bullshit.
Soundproof 1%er says POs have no say, and I don't tell my PO anything about club stuff. Yeah, POs is completely different.
Let me get back to this property, the PO, what y'all just said. Now, I've seen, I don't know, it's probably was on video somewhere, but if you are in one club, okay, I'm gonna use Lavish because he's in the MC. Lavish is in Boogie Down, right?
Boogie Down, the great mighty powerful.
Great mighty. Okay, so Lavish guy has a wife, and she's over in
vice president of that.
National vice president.
Commissioner,
national vice president.
One of the greatest
Lavish
motorcycle
clubs and future Lavish funeral home. Okay, can I keep going now?
We can just go on,
right? So because Lavish, you said this work. He said you don't mind this. So your wife is a PO of a OMC that puts their sponsor name on their cut. So your wife says, I'm property of Robert. And you gotta live with that. That's okay with you?
No, I mean, to be honest with you, they do have their sponsor's name on their vest.
You do.
That's what I'm saying. So that you're saying that's okay.
So like
your
I
wife
said,
come in the house, you feeling some kind of way for something else, and then y'all arguing, and she says, "You know what? I'm leaving," and slaps that vest on, and you see I'm property of Robert anyway, and walk out the door.
Well, what if Robert was your brother?
No, you can't change. You
cannot
change
your
scenario.
brother.
No, so here's what I said already. That couldn't be me. Period. I'm just saying for Lavish, it does because I'm too territorial.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm too territorial. Period. So that couldn't be me. I see it with other people and it's fine and it works out. You know, they might have met this girl. She been a ride or die for that club for years. And then, you know, this dude, you know, came along and then they end up rocking together. I mean, there's different variables with that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's something negative and bad. I know a few different properties that's in clubs and they're up under their uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And or grandfather.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I know that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily always, you know, a sexual thing. And it's not a bad thing because I don't want to put it out there like it's a horrible thing because you're somebody's property. But for me, Lavish T. Williams, I can't rock with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you my wife, even if you'd have been your brother's property for the last 20 years, 30 years, or some stuff like that, you know, maybe it might be a conversation because I don't want to jump the gun and say what it ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But I would prefer my wife if we're in that environment being bikers. You know, you're my property, and I'm not out here doing nothing. So it should be me and her, you know, rocking out together. You know, and it, you know. Different folks, different strokes. That's just me.
Let me go back to hold on a second. Hold on, Black. Let me go back to what Soundproof said on Soundproof 1%. Since we have 1%ers on here, and I have a question for Soundproof and other 1%ers if you want to answer. He says POs have no say, and I don't tell my PO anything about club stuff.
That's right.
But
information on a need to know basis.
I understand that. But my understanding is that the POs of OMC clubs, they have to know what's going on in the club because they have to know how to move.
No, that's on a need to know basis.
Yeah.
The need to know basis is, hey, no properties out tonight.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Wow, what's going on? Just
don't worry about it. Just don't go out, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I know properties have to know how the club is moving and what's going on.
No, they
on
just
the set, right?
Information on the need to know base. I mean, you're gonna hear stuff, you know, floating through the, you know, the walls, you know what I'm saying? Right. But information on need to know basis. I don't tell, you know, my property anything either. Besides, hey, don't go out tonight. Or if you move and let me know, which they already know, hey, I'm going out. Is it cool? Is it, you know, this? And then I'll let you know if it's needed. I mean, see the thing about these properties, man. These properties, man, they hot. So why are you sharing information? Because she can be your property today in your club, and she's so busy being a ride or die.
Well, they shouldn't.
Next week they shouldn't, but they do. It's a lot we shouldn't do. We shouldn't do crime, but we do. So you got people that sit in the club and they'll be in the club until they get pissed off as a property. Then they go run up under somebody else in another club. And who's turning down the property? Nobody.
Okay. True. I just asked a question because, you know, I thought that, you know, since they wearing the same patch, similar.
No, they're not wearing the same patch.
No, I said similar. Well, let's put it this way. I can tell what club a certain property is under by looking at their patch.
Yeah, you should. It should be the same colors as everything else.
It's similar. So I was under the impression that they don't know. I know they don't know the details, but they know how the club is moving. Okay, you know, like you said, Lavish. Okay, look, we got issues with knuckleheads over there across the other team, and if you're out, don't be right. Especially if the property rides, don't be out riding.
It's on the need. It's on the need
It's
to
on a
know
need to know
basis.
basis. I got you.
Because you can be a guy in your club, man, and you got this property, and you letting her know, you telling her, hey, if you go out, if you see somebody from that other club over there, call me. Let me know. And that's that.
Soundproof said, no, they don't. My PO knows if I'm moving, then she goes straight to the bike or she gets left behind. Also, if I'm going, it's scrolling up fast. Also, where am I at? Also, if I'm going to another club event, she is not coming with. All right.
If I'm moving, she goes straight to the bike or she gets left behind. If I'm going to another club event, she's not coming with me.
Then you got your personal. Then you got to keep in mind. You got your.
Don't be mad at him. He got his property right.
No. I was just asking a question because my limited understanding is where I learned.
Some people got their properties on. You
got your personal properties too. So we got to add that when you say your wife. Let's put her in a category of possibly.
Yeah, because we were talking about wives. We were talking about wives.
Your personal property.
Your old lady, as they call them.
Yeah, and I don't even like nobody talking to her.
See?
That's just me. Again, like I said.
Yeah, MacGyver says there's rules to this. Yep.
There's rules to it.
And I said that before. I know a lot of OMCs and I know their wives. And when their wives are around them, and it's all love. Hey, Logic, I'm giving dap to the brother, giving, if his wife hug me. But when I seen this one particular PO / old lady / wife with club brothers at a different event, when I saw her and she spoke, I said, hey, how you doing? He kept it pushing. It was no hugging. It was none of that.
I mean, because you got different people that move. You know how they move. You can just pick up on certain stuff. You got these properties over here. You had conversations with, you laugh, you joke, you kick it and talk and all that kind of stuff. That's his wife over there. So you might not have that kind of relationship. So it's really just speak and keep it moving.
Yeah.
It's really, speak and keep moving. Over there, he might have 4 different properties. All 3 of those properties you can laugh and joke with, but this one property over here, you already know, like, hey man, you know how he is with that's his main lady or that's his daughter.
My first thing is when I see him,
I'm like MacGyver. I don't even like talking to POs. I went over 12 years in my club without talking. That's why when people ask me about, what you call her? No, I'm like, I don't know half of them because I never talked. I just started recently talking to properties in the last maybe 8 years because it's always been a problem when it come down to them property chicks. They keeping up crap or the guys jealous and shit. I'm kind of a fly guy, man. So it ain't hard for them to be jealous, what I'm saying, with their property. Talk to a guy like me. Come on,
I tell you, boy. You had to throw that in there, right?
I'm just saying, I'm kind of a fly guy, kind of a big deal around town, man. I got the muscles, I got the cars, you know what I'm saying? I got the car wash, so I might be topless washing the convertible. I'm just saying, man.
Just looking at your body, wanting you.
That's what he's saying, Black Dragon. That's what he's saying.
Oh my God!
Right.
So I just recently started talking to him because I had to because of my positions, man. That's it, man.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, you get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, what do you guys think about
King Dean Lavish?
Oh man.
So what do you guys think about? I cannot believe these freaking people are calling on Thanksgiving. They found my phone number. All these people.
Black Dragon called me on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Black Dragon called me too.
Right. What you doing?
Preach? I'm helping my wife cook. I mean,
you want to get online? Forget. Oh, okay. I was thinking about this. Hey, you want to get online for a minute?
Right.
Come on, man.
I guess so. Yeah. What do you guys think about this?
Can't hear it. No audio.
Oh, so
Okay, let's see. Why is there no audio? Why is there no audio? Let's try it again. Let's remove it and put it back. Share screen, entire screen, and add the audio. Share. All right, let's try it now.
She's your wife. And God blessed you to have her in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, until death do you part. Amen. She is yours to honor and cherish, to obey and guide, to be with you through thick and thin. No matter what, you are to take her counsel and guidance, and she is to be with you come what may or whatever. No matter what, no matter who is against you, she is to be there. But she is your wife, bro, not mine. You married her and brought her in your life. We didn't vote for her ass to be up in our club or in our club business. If you can't move without your wife, I understand. If you can't make a decision without her being part of it, bro, I'm with you. That is so heartfelt, but I didn't vote her ass in my club. And the brothers didn't vote for her either. So you do us a great disservice, Prez, Sergeant, whomever you are, when you allow your woman's opinions, thoughts, inflections, modes, moods, attitudes come into our club business for whatever reason. You can't move without her. That's on you. But you absolutely don't need to have her in what it is that we're doing over here. She doesn't deserve to be in our meetings. She doesn't deserve to hear about what's going on in our club because she's not a full patch brother in good standing. She wasn't voted in, nor is she welcome. It's just that simple. So you handle that shit, brother, or we will. Capiche?
That was made in response to a question some guy had asked me, because every time he looked around, the president would make a decision, the wife would say something, and all of a sudden the decision would change. So that's why I asked that question. Any comments on that?
No, I don't have none.
I don't have any.
All right. Next question. What are the roles of the founder? The preacher wrote, whether your club is new or decades old, the founder holds a unique role. We'll discuss when the founder should lead, when the founder should step back, how founders can avoid problems in their own creation, the legacy and responsibility that comes with the title. All right, you're up, man. What are the roles of the founder? And this comes...
You talking about me? You missed the protocol?
I ain't thought too much about it. You know, saying the founder, hell, you just founded it. You know, it's like Steve Jobs. You know, you just founded it, but you can be gone yourself. I just seen founders kicked out of clubs, man.
Oh.
I have. And I done heard other founders, you know, founded this club, but then went over and started this club. You know what I'm saying? This is what I feel. I feel, and I'm only going to speak on me, my club, as the founder, we look at them and we hold a certain level of respect to the founder. But then we also do what protocol allows us to do, and he's kind of, you know, he falls under that. However, we'll take whatever he say and we might value his opinion, but we don't have a founder that's trying to be territorial. We have a founder that's sitting there saying, hey, I built it, but I'm letting y'all run it. Just don't screw it up. Where I've seen other founders that want to constantly be in control. You know, my founder, he's old. We've been around 50 years. Mm-hmm. my founder is 70 something, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's 70 something, you know. So he's like, man, it's time for y'all young guys. So we value his knowledge, his opinions. We might say, what do you think about this? This is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. And we will listen. But at the same time, he knows that we're just valuing his opinion and we're going to still make our own choice. Unless he's just super animate about something, then we'll look at it and just kind of, hey man, you know, the founder. And that's just being respectful for the founder. That's just my opinion. That's all I got. So that was a question off the fly.
I give before we get to Mr. Protocol here, because he wrote the book. I would think that the founder, he or she, you know, you have women clubs out there, whether you like them or not. They're the visionary. That if them and the other 4, 5, 6, how many people they started with, they're the visionaries of the organization. And it's up for when you bring people in, you share the vision of the organization or the MC. Now, as the MC gets older and grows, that's going to take Boogie down, for instance, 50 years old, then the founder, the vision is so much out there now, and the organization takes on a life of its own. You can always go back to the founder to tap back into the original vision, but the founder is just another member.
Okay. So
it just depends on, you know, the respect that your club actually has for that founder. You know, if you you know, if you I was focused and I'm just looking at this comment. I love masturbating. What the fuck?
That person, yeah, I've seen that. Analyte,
it just threw me off.
Well, earlier he said he was sitting on the toilet, you know.
It just threw me off. But you might have things, man, like, you know, sometimes, and I can't speak on other clubs, it's been things that, you know, we went to the founder to kind of get an equal medium on something that we wanted to change in the bylaw.
Okay, so this comes based on this letter that I got yesterday. So I watch you all the time, especially since I've been in the presidency 2 years, but you are a well-seasoned vet. And I wanted to know if you could make a video about founders and what exactly.
Somebody sent you a goddamn Word document?
No, I copied it out of the Facebook post so you wouldn't know their name. So I wanted you to know if you could. I want to know if you could make a video about founders and what exactly their position is. And last but not least, is the founder able to take the club's money the same night of the annual and run off with it, with all patch members except the president and prospect left 45 minutes before the event was even over, didn't help clean up anything. It was just the president and the prospect. The founder turned around the next few days buying up a hell of a lot of shit that has nothing to do at all with the club and not paid back what was spent on the annual to the president that paid nothing, that paid for the majority of everything. Also, is it set protocol for the founder to run the club from another state but control the social club votes and how it's ran whenever the founder pops in and out of town and argues with the president and vice president to run the club meetings and argues in front of them? Prospects, is it okay that a founder not ever pay any dues or donate to events that the club supports, but wants control over all the finances, including keeping the president's personal money put into the club, but not return absolutely nothing? I need answers, please. I understand social clubs are run a lot differently than motorcycle clubs, but what if the founder also changed the bylaws after the club has already been set, has set the bylaws in place, but because the founder doesn't want to be overthrown, made herself lifetime founder?
Herself, boys, listen, this is going to be a hell of a club meeting. Next club meeting is going to be
bruh, you know, I got all kinds of answers already. Go ahead, Black Dragon.
Made herself lifetime founder, changes them, and then had them notarized all of a sudden to suit her needs, so she can't be voted out or overthrown because the patch is her mother's patch, and she came up with the patch colors, name, etc. I thought nobody was bigger than the patch. I thought the officers were supposed to back the president, especially the VP, but everybody backs down, so she don't have so she don't start having animosity towards them and giving them the cold shoulder. If possible, this would be of help to so many of us that have dealt with crazy founders definitely overstepping and abusing their boundaries.
Can I go first? Can I go first, please?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be brief. First of all, if you did a video, ain't nobody in that club but listen, or social club. If that's going on in there, ain't nobody listening to Black Dragon. They can care less about what Black Dragon said. I actually have seen this, and I can't. We've been around a while. I've been around on the set for 11 years. I've seen that. I've seen it. But the problem is this: whoever sent this to you, that they need to have a sit down with all the club, social club. I think she said social club.
Yeah.
They need to have a sit down and they need to hash it out because everything in that doggone letter is wrong.
Man, I've seen that though. Listen, I've seen that where, and I don't know. I can't. I don't really care about nobody else's club business besides my own. But I've seen different clubs members have conversations with me as well. Like, yeah, man, the president over here, they founded the club or however it is, man. He just be taking the money. He just be doing this, and they're lifetime presidents. The members, just able to wear the colors and be, out here doing their thing. But on the business side within the club, they don't know nothing about nothing. The books ain't ran right. It's just a free for all. The president is collecting money at the door. I've seen all that. I'm glad that I'm not a part of anything like that, but those are the people that allow that stuff to happen. If you in that club, you're a member that's allowing that stuff to happen. Period. You're gonna do one or two things. You're gonna leave that club as a last resort, or you're gonna, make a big issue in the fuss, and we gotta have that structure, and you're gonna have that body that's gonna stay behind you. You're only as strong as your body. You're only as strong as your body. If you got a weak body, oh man, you got a weak
Lavish.
Body. What he do? Did he just do that? Is he telling the dog?
Yeah, he's talking to the dog. Lavish. That's why I used to always tell people when they're trying to come into our organization, I tell them my job is to make sure you don't get in, because a weak brother makes a weak fraternity. If you weak, you can't come up in here.
Yeah.
So I did make a video about this last night for them.
Oh gosh.
There's a few things to know. First of all,
Black Dragon, here we go, man. It's another
right.
10
But you know what?
story.
Let me say one thing about what she said. The whoever it is made themselves a lifetime founder. Well, a founder is lifetime. Now, if she meant president, that's one thing.
what she made herself lifetime founder. What she did was made herself unmovable. That's what she did. She's using the term founder as lifetime in charge. And you have to know MC protocol. First of all, you're a social club, and to say, well, we understand you're MCs, but this is a social club. It's not different. Social clubs on the Black Biker set run by MC protocol. You guys didn't have this before, but you have it now. You got sergeant at arms and road captains and PROs and presidents and VPs. You got the same exact setup we got. So you run the exact same way. And so the president is the top person in the club. The national president is the top person in a national club. So that's the top person. The founder ain't over you. The founder's not voted in as national founder. Also, bylaws they have to be done by the whole club. When a person puts a club together, it's their club. The first time they take their first prospect, it now becomes their club and the prospects club. The first time they bring all these other people's in, it's their club and all these other people's clubs. It's everybody's club. So if you come into a democratic process, you get to vote. She doesn't get to go run and change the bylaws overnight and then go get them notarized. And now all of a sudden she's founder for life. And founder in this case means that she is above everyone. Well, what are you voting for? If she's the president for life, is that something that you all agree to? But I have seen founders, especially in the social clubs, I've seen this personally, do things like put the club in their name, put the colors in their name. Like she said, my mom came up, that somebody's mom came up with the colors. So I've seen them put the club in their name. I've seen them put the colors in their name. And I've seen them do that sort of thing and tie up the club legally. And so if you have that situation, then it might be time for you to take the girls and go form your own damn club. Because if somebody ties you up legally, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Just go start your own club. You can vote with your feet. You can always vote with your feet and get the hell up out of there. So there's a lot of things going on. The founder taking the money. There's only a couple people that can handle money in a traditional MC, and that's the treasurer. And if you have a two-person control, it might be the treasurer and the business manager. A lot of black clubs have business managers. If you're on the white set, you might not have a business manager. It might be the treasurer and the sergeant at arms, or the treasurer and the secretary. But it should at no time really ever be the president handling money. It's just too much BS can go on with the president handling money. The sergeant at arms, or rather the treasurer, and if it's two-person control, the treasurer and the secretary can write a check for the president, or give the president the credit card to handle a specific set of businesses. But there should be an officer in charge of the treasury, and there is a financial report. It should happen at every meeting. At every meeting in a traditional MC on the 99% set, there should be a financial report. It could be like prayer, a roll call, prayer, financial report. Just right up at the beginning, financial report, so that you know what's going on with the money at all times. That financial report is made to the entire club. Anybody in the club should be able to see the books at any time. Anybody in good standing in the club, any full patch member in good standing should be able to see the club's books. I've seen guys get their asses whooped asking to see the books. Can I see the books? Can I see what's going on? They actually get in a fist fight and get beaten up for that. That's when you got some shady shit going on. You should, as a full patch member in good standing, be able to walk up and say, hey, let me see the books. And there should be no problem with that. Yeah, you want to see the books? Here they are. So these are some of the things the social club should vote. And I've seen this before. Don't be too mad at your sisters, especially the officers and stuff, that won't stand up to this person, because this person has asserted full authority over the club. So no, they don't want to fall into a bad situation with the founder, because the founder will turn. You're the president, so you're going back and forth with the founder, but they don't want to be in your situation, because the founder is definitely trying to find a way to get rid of your ass. So they don't want to be gotten rid of. They love their club. They don't want to be done wrong, or whatever the case may be. So you will see that they won't stand up to the founder. Another thing you'll see, Lavish, is people talk to you about what they're going to say at the meeting to get you to be the one to speak up.
Oh, I've done that shit a lot of times, man.
Right?
I be sitting there like, God, dog, man. I just set up here. I'm sitting up here. I'm set to play up because y'all done hype me up, and I say some dumb shit just to go ahead so you can segue in, and then I'm looking stupid. So I got to go ahead and just play it all out. Everybody looking at me, and I'm like,
yeah, but Robert started the whole shit. He's the one that set me on it.
No, because so what I do, I just put you on the spot. I used to didn't say nothing. Now I just put you on the spot, because they'll look and be like, so what's the problem? What is all this about? And I'll give you a couple more chances. I'll be like, well, it was brought to me. All right, fuck it, man. Listen, man, this is what I was told, man. I was told that John was over here and fucked around and did some old whack stuff over here, and that's not what he's supposed to do, man. And blah blah blah. Oh shit! Then it all comes out. Everybody quiet, and the guy who was supposed to have been the initiator to actually, segue in. No, I mean, I ain't say it like that. I was just wanting to know. All right, man. God.
They'll leave you stranded out there.
Yeah. However, my club knows when I say stuff like that, they just look at me and be like, yeah, you see, they ain't speak up. You did everything and they still ain't say nothing. So they don't even look at me as the ringleader of the problem. I'm the ringleader of the initiation, the instigation.
And then you not being paid back. Listen, you have to have receipts and everything, but because you let the founder take off with that money, unfortunately, like this one guy says here, Mr. Switch 5901 says our president can't even work at the bar. Presidents ain't supposed to be handling money.
I don't even touch the bar.
and
money,
neither
none of that.
Yeah.
Look, and we just had a meeting. We brought up like our monthly, who brings the paperwork for the finances. And I said, even in my church, when I had the money, I asked my treasurer, I said, why do I have the credit card? Just to be, and they be like, huh? I said, I shouldn't even have this. And I'm talking about myself. I said, you have to have checks and balances just to make sure there's no improprieties. Same in the club, who knows about how much money goes in the club and how much money goes out? It shouldn't be one person. Okay? It should not be one person, because that's when you have those issues. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
now, this question, Black Dragon, I'm gonna ask you. Well, Lavish, because he's an MC, but long years ago, I asked this question to one of the club presidents here in Dallas, and they were talking about similar. Like I said, I've seen this before, and I thought that all clubs had to be organized, like LLC, whatever, because how could Lavish as a founder or Black Dragon as a founder control the patch? I'm mad. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. And you got 80 people in this organization, but one person said, well, like, I think she said in there, because the patch is my mother's patch or something like that. Well, doesn't the patch, this was my question, doesn't the patch belong to the organization? And they said, it's no organization. I'm like, oh, okay.
I have seen it where the patch person, the founder, will actually copyright or trademark the patch in their name.
Yeah, I seen that happen, and I seen clubs split, and they had to redesign that patch. They had to redesign that patch.
I'm planning on doing it, although I want to do
quitting and redesigning that patch.
No. I want to copyright, patent, whatever you want to call it, our patch, but I don't want to put it in my name. I want to put it in the organization name, and then in our bylaws, the organization is ran by these officers. So if the officers change, whoever's on this board controls that patch. If I leave,
that also gives them the ability to throw your ass out. And some people, like Biker News Canada said, I had an RC ask me the same kind of question. The president and the founder own the clubhouse and made it so that he can't be voted out ever. He kept the books and the money. Some people are just drunk on power, and then some people are just plain thieves. This is not, unfortunately for this young lady, this is not uncommon. And so one of the things that I write in the Prospects Bible is, when you're joining a motorcycle club, these are questions you need to ask. Who owns this club? Is this a club thing, or is this owned by a single person? It might not be a club you want to join. These are the kind of questions you never think to ask, because nobody's ever taught you anything like that, especially social clubs. Social clubs are fairly new on the biker set. And you got a lot of people that have been burned in this sort of thing or that sort of thing, and they feel like they can keep themselves from being burned or thrown out or having to go to another club. Somebody's been 4 or 5 clubs. Now they're starting their own. And the first thing they say is, I'm going to set it up where I can never be overthrown. I can never be voted out. I'm going to have secure power. I've had social club presidents tell me that. I was dating one real cute little social club president many, many years ago. And she would often tell me how she had her ladies under complete control.
That's something you should be bringing up, and you're engaged to be married. But go ahead.
I had a life. I had a life before. You don't get to talk about your exes.
I just don't.
You don't get to acknowledge you had a life. You tell us about all the people you beat up.
No, let me say this.
All the people you beat up, but you don't get to tell us about.
And I never will. Listen, to your point, Black Dragon. To your point,
let's not get off.
To your point, Black Dragon, about having some. I know this is completely different, but nobody in my church congregation can kick me out. That's written in our laws. Although, let me finish.
Oh, that's wrong, is it?
On the state of Texas, in order to be 501c3, there has to be a rule that the president or the pastor can be removed. So what we created was a accountability board. These are people outside the church that when the church says the pastor ain't doing this, they can't get on their high horse and kick the pastor out. They take it to the accountability board, give them all their information, and the accountability board comes into the church. Pastor Turner is screwing up. He ain't even preaching the gospel anymore. Let's sit him down. I sign that. Now, how can that work in the MC? I can understand because I've heard in the MC that you can get people that just don't like the president. President ain't done nothing wrong. They just don't like it. Now there's more of them than there is the president. Should the president just be kicked out?
That's what happened to me.
Watch this. So that's why I'm thinking now. I've never been in an MC, guys. I have a motorcycle ministry. There should be other, even if you have a one chapter organization, there should be things in place so that people can't just assume power and kick somebody out. That's just my opinion.
Well, that won't happen in MC because MC is a secret society, and they're not going to have no damn accountability board.
Because if you're the president, because you had things happen to you, if you're the president, I'm just talking about a one chapter. I don't know if this lady has got a multiple chapter social club, one chapter, and I'm gonna say me and Lavish now, me, Lavish, and 8 other people. I didn't like the fact that you did something, but that's personal. Then I get with Lavish, my boy, the other 6 people, we cool. Let's just kick Black Dragon out. Let's just vote him out. He ain't done nothing but to me. Let's just vote him out. There should be something in place to prevent that. Even in the one chapter MC. That's just my idea.
And so it's supposed to be the bylaws. But another thing that you're forgetting is that these people will hamstring the bylaws. But you can't put anything together that is people proof. So we got these bylaws, right? And what we saw happen in my club in the Black Sabbath was, so you had a whole bunch of presidents and stuff that liked Black Dragon. All right. So how do we get Black Dragon out of here? Well, the first thing we got to do is we got to go after his support base. So they started attacking those individual presidents and doing crazy shit like, I'm removing you as president and you can't hold office for 2 years. That wasn't in the bylaws nowhere. Now, it's the same thing that Lavish said to those girls. That wasn't in the bylaws, but those people still allowed that to happen to themselves. And the people that could help, like this lady said in this letter, the people that could help, the officers that could have stood up for him, they said, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be like you. You're always in trouble. I just want to get along. You saw that in the movie, The Bike Riders. Remember the movie, The Bike Riders? Mm-hmm. About this great, big, huge, badass club that got taken over. What happened when the guy they came to the knife fight and shot the president? His 2 best buds just sat there. And a few months later, they're riding in the pack with everybody else. They didn't have the internal fortitude to stand up against this guy that was clearly breaking all the rules. So you can't set up an organization to where it will be overthrow proof, because these people become very skilled at putting around themselves folks that are going to little dukes and earls and to break off a piece of the kingdom for their own fiefdom. And they will help you because you enable them and give them power. Now, a lot of times that person is an incompetent fool and winds up, like in the case of our club, losing the whole entire East Coast. But he was willing to do that because some people, they don't mind if I had a club of 100 chapters and I lost all chapters but 15. But damn it, I'm in charge of those 15 chapters. Reminds me of that guy who went to court and said, if you think I'm playing with y'all's ass, God damn it, I'm not.
That dude, yeah, he pull a clip up with that dude. I said that I was going to make me a clip so I could put on my stream deck to use that as a sound bite. I said that.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Right. I think you out of Florida, but that dude was hilarious.
that dude was also a monster, but
he kills the kid or killed a kid or some crap like that, or his girlfriend.
His girlfriend and her daughter, and his girlfriend, his daughter, and his son, but the son lived. And they let him go on. I want to quote him, but every time I want to quote him, I think to myself that, that guy is a monster. But it was funny. That was some. You think I'm playing with y'all's ass? God dang it, I'm not. I said, this fool went to the court. Yeah, they was like, yeah, can we get these proceedings over with?
I got one more question about your letter, and then we either gonna move them or shut down because I don't got to work today. So, don't OCs, don't social clubs, aren't they still up under MCs? Or that's not a general thing across the country?
So they are up under MCs, but how? I wrote about this in my book, Social Clubs Bible, available on Amazon Kindle and at blackdragonsgear.com. In the Social Clubs Bible, I talk about what does up under an MC mean? Because many MCs have different ideas of what up under us means. Now, in the best of worlds, you're the sponsor MC. You're like a big brother. Right. And if you girls need something, let us know. And we do things together and hang out together. We like each other as clubs, and we support one another. In the best of worlds, you have respect, and you have your own autonomy as a club. Now, when you're dealing with immature ass dudes who or pimps or Mac daddies, now in the worst of worlds, you got guys that are trying to break into your club, sleep with all your chicks, all your social club women. You got guys that are trying to make you pay dues to their motorcycle club, or even trying to run your treasury. I've even seen it where guys are telling you that your officers can't be officers. And I just had an email just a couple days ago I got to make a video about that asked me, hey, Black Dragon, can the national president of the motorcycle club that sponsors us get rid of all of our officers? And the answer is only if you let them. The answer is hell effing no. In a traditional motorcycle club, the national president can't even put members out of his own club. Membership is local. The local chapter brings you in. The local chapter prospects you. The local chapter votes 100% in the affirmative to bring you in. They don't ask the national. You don't go to the national club in many clubs. That you don't go to the national club and say, "Can we bring this guy in?" You are. They prospected you. You made it through the prospectship. They gave you your patch. That's it. So if the national don't bring you in the club, then how the hell is the national able to just throw you out of the club? It's got to be local. And if your local sergeant at arms says we're not bringing charges on this guy, then unless there's some sort of national bylaw that a guy broke. So how, if a national president can't even throw people out of his own club, is he going to reach into your social club, its own independent, own body, own thing, doing its own world, and throw officers out of your club only if you let that dumb shit happen? Man, get out of here with that. You are a sponsor. You sponsored us onto the biker set. Now, a lot of people are really screwed up with the sponsorship thing, because what does I sponsor you mean? Does that mean if you get in trouble, the OMC is going to call me in and so if I got an answer for you, then maybe I have the right to fine you and punish you and get rid of your officers. It can be murky waters. So I tell social club going in, if you need to understand whether or not these guys are mature ass people that don't have this idea that they need to run through your social club and screw your members and all this, because that gets messy. You got to have an idea of, as you got to have agreements. You can always tell how it's going to start when a motorcycle club says, hey, yeah, we'll sponsor you. We need to see your bylaws. What do you need to see my bylaws for? I'm an independent organization. Are you going to show me your bylaws? No. Then what do you want to see my bylaws for? So we already off on screwed up footing. If I'm a social club, I'm looking for mature men with understanding that we are a social club. You know, you want me to pay you dues? You want to run my treasury? But I'm an independent organization? Man, get the hell out of here.
Hey, Logic, what's your wife over there cooking? What y'all having for dinner today?
Well, we decided to do minis over here, so we got about 9 Cornish hens and all the vegetables and everything, and I might make a pasta.
Okay, yeah, I'm waiting on my mother. She's cooking the typical Thanksgiving dinner. A couple other places I will stop by and probably get a plate. You see how I interjected that, man? Because I'm thinking about food at Thanksgiving dinner while Black Dragon is on a biker rampage right now. I'm worried about dinner. I'm worried about eating, man. The Lions game start at 1:00, man. I'm sitting here, man. I'm on a podcast, man, on Thanksgiving.
I can't wait to the Lions game. Somebody put up a post talking about how Dak Prescott owns the NFC East and all the time. And then somebody came back and said, why would you even put a post up like this? When the last time Dak Prescott won 2 playoff games? I said, I don't know why they did that. But Black Dragon, I asked that question, Black Dragon, because that's what I was. My thought was, if she's having that much of a problem, they got big brothers. In short, if they got big brothers can come down there and just help them.
No, hell no. You don't need no big brothers. What you need is to sit down in your club. That's the inside thing.
Well, she came to you. That's why I said, why she go to a big brother?
Well, the world comes to me. You understand? I have credentials.
Well, we got to go, man. It's been 1 hour and 21 minutes. You got a new member. Go ahead and say hello to your new member.
I got credentials in this. I got a new member. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all, we need our memberships. Please come through. Our new member is RROOG. I think he's just not a new member, but has upped. But we thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. And we need these memberships. The number one designator and all of YouTube as to whether or not your channel is doing well is the like button. Likes are free, friends. We ask that you just hit that like button and give us love and respect. Share us, become a member, and follow us, and just hit that like button, and we absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much. The last question we had, and you guys can just
keep going. I thought we was getting on.
The last question we had, because we promised them 3 questions. The last question is, when is it time to quit your motorcycle club?
You don't.
I like that.
You don't. I mean, that's just my answer. You don't. You die with it. I mean, but then it depends on how passionate you are about this club, man. Everybody's bike life is different, man. It's got to be in you.
Preacher?
I'm with Lavish.
You got some of the old timers, man, that I sit back and I watch, man. They died still being a biker. They might not have been out, like the young guys running around, but they'll come down to that clubhouse once a week, twice a month, once a month, and they'll wear their colors. And
how many clubs have you been in, Lavish? How many motorcycle clubs have you been in?
Man, I've been in 1 motorcycle club ever. One of the greatest, biggest that was founded in Detroit, Boogie Down Motorcycle Club, 1975. 1 club only. It ain't gonna be another club, man.
How many clubs have you been in, Preacher?
I ain't been in nobody's club.
You're in some kind of club. You got the God's Warriors Ministry.
That's a ministry.
RC, right?
No, it's not an RC. It's a motorcycle ministry.
Okay, MM. So you've been in 1 club. 1 club ever. And I've only been in 1 club ever in my whole life. So maybe we're not the guys to ask. Or maybe we're not the guys to ask.
Yeah.
All right.
It's that 1 club, man. Listen, check this out. I'm gonna be honest, man. I like this room. I like my boom arm. How I can just move it out the way as I'm sitting there talking. I can just grab it. I can't wait to finish this room up, man, to put all that fancy stuff up in here in the background with the pictures and the lights and stuff. But one thing I'm missing one of them Shure SM7B microphones. I got to get one of those, man.
I got like 4 over here.
That's what I was getting at, man. don't think I don't think you're ever gonna use the other ones, man. So I mean, I need to get one of the microphones from you or something, man.
Hint.
I got 4 of them suckers, and I had thought I was going to have my studio with people in it interviewing, and I never have interviewed anyone in here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, man. I need to get that.
No, one day I'll be using those.
One day, man.
My friends have asked me for my extra Sures.
I need one, man. I mean, this microphone that I got, this Rodecaster, is pretty good. No, Logic got the pod mic. I got the Procaster.
Okay.
You know, and it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. I mean, I just want that SMB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got another one that I want, an older one than this. I forget what it's called. It's bad. It's even badder than this one. They don't even make it no more.
What is the one that looked like the old fat. Retro style? No,
it's the same thing, but it's fat. It's just like it's the same thing, but it's huge. It's big, and it's got this big, huge. It's better than that. It's all analog, and you got to actually buy a machine to convert it into your. But it is it is crispy, boy. It is beautiful.
Man, well, I got to get one of those. I got to get one of those Shores, man, so I can put up in here and everything like that. But listen, Logic, I can't wait till I finish this, man. I'm gonna have all these little things in the background, man. It's gonna listen while we streaming. The background scenery is gonna be so dope, and I'll be able to show off people's merchandise, people's books, you know, while I do the show in the background or right on side of me.
You ever took I saw somebody do a podcast, and they were how they set up their office or their room. They had what did they call it? They had a display with their merchandise, and they'll sometimes switch to that display and then come back and everything. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah. No, that's how I plan on doing this little room. And I'm in here today just because, you know, Logic asked me about when I want to get back on my podcast. And I told y'all yesterday I was working on the room. So I just came out here and set up in here just because I just wanted to catch the vibe, you know. And another thing, Black Dragon, when I get to talking, if I want to, I can just go ahead and raise up, man. You see, I can raise up, get to talking and stand up, man, do my podcasting.
I got the same thing right here.
I didn't say you didn't. I said I
can raise up too.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I can just stand up if I want to and do my show. I don't have to sit down.
Yeah.
I like that.
We all have that. We all have that. The speaker don't have that.
I can show you something if I wanted to show you something. I can just walk through the room.
Where's my thing?
I can move my mic. I can walk in the room, show you whatever I need to show you, and then come back, man. So, yeah, I'm putting this thing together.
You know, toys are beautiful. Toys are wonderful. I can't stand up right now. My damn lights are right here, and I would knock them over. So I got to fix that. I'm going to hang the lights from the ceiling, I think. But anyway.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm putting it together, y'all. I'm putting it together. All the viewers out there, I'm putting it together. My new podcast room, you know, in the next couple weeks.
But when are you ever going to podcast standing up, though?
So here's the thing. Sometimes I don't always want to sit down, depending on what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes I'm future.
Sometimes you get excited, man. You stand up.
You stand up. You get amped up. So I'm future proofing the room with the option of standing up, sitting down. You know, I might be on a rage where I'm talking about motorcycle protocol and how a guy cut me off on my motorcycle and fractured my leg, which had me in a boot. I don't want to sit down and talk about that. I need to stand up.
But you were in the boot. You had to sit down.
No, I had to. Now I can stand. I might want to be like Logic. I might want to preach and teach to the people out there to let you know you should want to have a motorcycle before you go try to join a motorcycle club. I might want to preach to the people out there to tell them how to respect your motorcycle colors.
Preach to the people.
I might want to preach to the people out there. Hello, can I get an amen out there?
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You might want to know protocol when it comes to these women in the motorcycle club. I don't want to sit down and talk about that. I want to stand up and let you feel it.
I've created monsters.
So when you ask why would I want to stand up?
They can't do this sitting down, Doc.
I can't do that sitting down. Woo!
You get excited. Look, you get excited and say, y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about. I might have to turn around. I might have to spin.
You can't do that sitting down.
I can't do that
goodness.
sitting down.
Oh my goodness.
You know how
Oh,
to get
goodness.
the Holy Ghost? I might get the biker ghost. I just want to ride. I just want to ride.
The biker ghost.
Yeah. You know, I might talk about being down the color count line, counting the rags and the members, and yeah. I'm just saying, should I calm down a little bit? All right, let me calm down a little bit.
Be you.
Woo! Hey, what the preachers do? Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Let me come back.
Right, damn
Woo!
it. To raise my desk up too.
Woo!
Raise my desk up too, damn it. I can't get all mine.
Yeah,
I can't get my lights stop me from going all the way up.
That's how you bring the energy. You got to bring the energy.
You gotta
can't
bring
just
that.
be
You
sitting
gotta
down.
bring the energy. Come on now. You can't do that sitting down.
I woke you guys up. You guys were doing just fine until I called. What do you want, Dragon? I didn't know we was going to do all this.
I'm just saying. So
And
I
see,
hope that answered that
Let me lower my
question.
desk back down.
and Black Dragon, when you can raise your desk up like he did,
Yeah,
you got everything right here, man.
I still got everything right
You
here
got
in
everything
reach.
right here.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
everything's-
changed.
Everything's right here. I'm moving my lights back. I will not have you guys raising your desk and I can't raise mine. The hell with that.
So like face and Lottie stood up in the pulpit. Yes, sir, Pastor. Now y'all just don't know.
We had everything. We had everything.
Up in here.
That's what I'm talking about. Logic.
We
You can't
needed
do
the,
that sitting down.
we
Can't do
needed the
that sitting
Hammond
down.
organ behind you guys.
Yeah.
We needed the Hammond behind y'all. The Hammond B3. Oh my
Goodness
goodness.
gracious. Woo.
This boy, no, he didn't say woo. Oh my goodness.
All Lavish had to do is say, I know he's all right.
I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this.
I'm just saying. Now,
Just saying,
Black
man.
Dragon,
Just saying. See, that's how
everything
you
is
bring energy
come.
to the show.
now I need to sit it on down. I need to sit it on down now.
Yep.
I need to
Yeah,
sit
bring
it
the
on
desk
down
down.
and bring it on in. Bring it on in. Yeah.
See, when you see, Black Dragon, that's when you bring energy to the show. So we sit here like this at our desk. Yes, Black Dragon. No,
Well,
I
you know
don't
what?
agree with that comment, Black Dragon. Yes,
Your
Black
feet won't be swollen. We'll know that. That's what they made them things for, so you could stand up 10 minutes out of every hour.
Hey, somebody said, now pass around the collection plate. That's a good time for you to play donate. Go ahead. See, you missed your cue. Don't miss your cue. Don't miss your
'Cause
cue.
this is exactly when it happens, right?
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money.
Mhm.
Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate.
Thank you.
Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money.
Troops, we talk about our troops that got shot early in the show. We're not leaving them out of our prayers at all.
No, we're not. Somebody say we were.
No, they just said remember to pray for them.
Remember to pray for the troops. Yes, for the 2 National Guard troops that were shot in D.C. Amen. All right, guys.
Rick said we're having a good time now. See, that's how you have a good time. See.
I want to thank you guys though for coming on the show this morning, because y'all was both doing something else, and I wanted to make sure that our folks that see us every day got a chance to hang out with us this morning, because nobody's working. So I was like, maybe they want to see us. So we worked.
I was working in the kitchen.
Yeah, and you're getting ready to go back and work in the kitchen. Now you got to play catch up. But I'm getting ready to interview a guy. We got a Black Friday interview coming up tomorrow. I'm going to interview him for that now. So I'm getting ready to go back to work, more work. He's downstairs waiting on me.
All right.
I'm going to be interviewing him.
We gonna bring this energy all year next year. Standing up, sitting down. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to move my light so I can raise my desk, but I'm not fixing to have nobody's desk be raised and mine not.
Hey, man, listen. I'm just bringing some new stuff in, man. I'm telling you. I'm hoping Monday. I want to say Monday. I'm hoping Monday because tomorrow I plan on getting in here. I got the paint already ready for this room. I'll be painting. I'll be painting these 3 walls blue. This wall is gonna be gray. It's gonna still be gray. So, it's gonna hopefully take away them shadows when I had the lights on. And oh man, I can't wait to put this thing together.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all be good now. And have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone out there. Hope your favorite football team wins, whatever team that is.
We're not playing, and we're eliminated. We were the first ones eliminated. That's sad.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Lavish, you're out.
Hey man, listen up. It's Thanksgiving, man. I want y'all to have a happy, wonderful Thanksgiving. Spend it with your families. Cherish the moments. Me, myself, I'm going to be out of here cherishing the moments with my mother, my friends, the rest of my other family that's available. And that's pretty much all I got to say, man.
Amen. Oh, shoot. Have a good one, young man. Be good.
All right.
All right, Lavish.
We appreciate. Listen, I want to tell you, happy Thanksgiving, and very proud of you for everything you have accomplished in the short time that I have known you. I've known you about a year now, a little bit over a year.
Right.
And you have really, ever since I met that guy over at the Proc, you have done so much. I always knew it. They can't say I didn't know. But I'm proud to see your climb, and I just can't wait to see the things you do for the rest of the year and then in next year. But I'm glad to know you, young man, and thank you for having my back during that very difficult.
Hold on. I'll wait till tomorrow. Should I do it today? I got to show you something. Should I wait till?
Yeah, let's see it.
Hold on.
Yeah, well, obviously we can't get off. We keep trying to get off.
Look, I said it's gonna be another 20 minutes once you get the going.
This came in the mail. Never had one of these. I will show it to you. Came in the mail. I got my certification.
Certificate of election. Lavish T. Williams, Police Commissioner, District 2, City of Detroit.
All right.
That is some shit right there.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, right there.
Elected to a 4-year term as determined by the Wayne County Board of Canvassers. By witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the Circuit Court for Wayne County the 20th day of November 2025. I, Kathy M. Garrett, Clerk of Wayne County and Clerk of the Circuit Court and for said county, do hereby certify that as a result of the election held in said county on November 4th, 2025, Lavish T. Williams received a sufficient number of votes. Actually, he blew them mother effers away and was duly elected to the office of Police Commissioner, District 2, City of Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I wanted to show that. I'm kind of excited about that, man. It's coming from where I came from with the life I had before. I never would have thought that I'll even be doing this kind of stuff let alone getting these kind of things and accolades, man.
Look, Lavish, you got a tear from me. We got a tear, my bro.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Lavish got a tear.
Oh man. All right, let Logic go, man. Thanks everybody. Go ahead, Logic.
Blessings on you, Lavish. Blessings on you, Lavish.
Blessings on you, young man.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Have a good Thanksgiving. Bye-bye. And Preacher, let's get you out of here before your wife tears you up. Hey, I want to tell you, Preacher.
I'm telling you.
I'm very proud of you as well. Dr. Logic, thank you for coming on my show. I remember it was very tough to get you on the show. You wouldn't come on initially, and I'm so glad you're on the show. Like Lavish, a lot of people didn't like you, but the hell with them! I knew.
Yeah, I'm from the South Side, man. A lot of people don't like me.
Here we go.
I remember this one.
All right, y'all. Hey, this your boy Logic. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Whether you're by yourself, whether you're with family, remember this. Always give thanks to the one that breathed life into your body. Always give thanks to the man upstairs, the spirit upstairs. Give thanks to God for everything that you have and everything that you're going through, because all things work together for the good. If you're out there riding, ride hard, ride safe, and always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
All right, it's your boy Black Dragon. Hey, you guys take care. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you Monday or Friday or something. I'm not sure. We'll catch you soon. Will we be working Friday? Maybe so. All right. Take care. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Capiche?